Welcome back! Dr. Tibia and I missed you all. Let's get back to sciencing. Fun Time Science Lab with Dr. Mr. Science Man and Dr. Tibia. Dr. Tibia? Dr. Tibia? What's wrong, Dr. Tibia?
I'm stressed out, and on top of that, I can't find my cat.
Well, in that case, how about I do the fun fact for today? Did you know that research shows that petting an animal actually reduces stress? What do you think about that, Dr. Tibia?
Okay, cool. Oh, hey, there you are.
Meow. All right, let's see if some science can help you out as well. Let's spin the wheel and see. Look at that! Non-Newtonian fluid! Maybe we can make a stress ball for you.
Sounds like fun. Thanks, Mr. Dr. Man of Science.
Close enough. Let's get started! First thing you'll need is your kit. You can get your kit from the Santa Catalina Library after reserving it online. The second thing you'll need is a bowl and a spoon. We'll use this to mix our non-Newtonian fluid as we're making it. Next, you'll need a measuring cup as well as a funnel. If you don't have a funnel at home, I'll go over how to make one of these later on. And the very last thing you need is an adult.
Oh, hello there. I'm an adult. What you making today? Well, you're gonna have so much fun. But remember, do not eat your experiment. Bye.
Let's get started! All right, so first you're going to use the bag labeled with Dr. Tibia's cat's paw print. This is the cornstarch. We are going to empty out this cornstarch into the bowl slowly. This is a great time to use your mask because cornstarch is powder and it can kind of fly all over the place, so be a little bit careful emptying it out into your bowl. Once you have it all down into the bowl, ask your assistant to hand you some water. Thank you, assistant. Now, as you slowly pour the water into the cornstarch, you're going to use your spoon to mix it up. It's going to feel a little weird and kind of like hard, like it's not mixing. Do your best. And let's leave some water in there for now as we mix this up. And it feels weird and hard as you mix it because it is slowly turning into a non-Newtonian fluid. A non-Newtonian fluid means as you put any type of force into it, like mixing it, it hardens and turns into a solid. So even though it looks like water, it looks fluidy right now, when you try to run your spoon towards it, it hardens up, and that's exactly what we want. So it looks like it's all right. Let me give it a little bit more of a mix. And as long as you don't see any powdery bits anymore, it should be fine. And you see how when you try to spoon it towards the side, it kind of like breaks apart? That's because you're putting so much force, it's turning into a solid and it's breaking. And then as soon as you let go, it turns back into a fluid. And now, let's put our hands in it. Oh. Look at, so you can actually roll it up into a ball and see it's turning into a solid. It's a full ball right now. And then as soon as you let go, it melts, it turns back into water. That's pretty cool. And that again is because it is a non-Newtonian liquid, non-Newtonian fluid. All right, now our hands are all dirty. Try to get it off as much as we can. And let's grab one of our balloons. Give me 1 second as I clean my hands. Now for this part, we're going to need our balloon. Assistant, balloon, please. Thank you, assistant. All right, we're going to need our balloon as well as a funnel. If you guys don't have a funnel at home, you can use the top part of a water bottle. Ask an adult, somebody with you, to use a scissor and cut off the top part of a water bottle. And you can attach it to the balloon like so. It might be a good idea to ask a parent or adult to help you out with this whole part in case you can't do this. It's much easier with two people. Now, make sure this is as liquidy as possible. Once again, that's very hard to do with a non-Newtonian fluid. And then pour it into your funnel. Now this is going to be our first stress ball. Now don't pour it in too fast because then it won't go into the balloon. And you might have to like put down the bowl and kind of help it through because once again it will be hardening. And once it's through enough, pour in some more. Yeah, this will definitely be easier with two people. And like I said, once it takes a little bit of time, it will turn into a liquid. You can actually see it kind of ripping because you see it there? It's both a liquid and a solid. So it's pretty cool. Kind of looks like glue as well, doesn't it? All right, and now let's do it just enough so that the balloon is as full as can be. You might have some left over in the bowl, but let's try to do as much as we can. And I think that's about it, actually. So we're gonna have some left over, which is totally okay. And remove the balloon, or remove the funnel rather, sorry. And now that that's in there, it looks like as much of it as can go down has gone down. Now you're going to tie it. Again, this might be easier to ask an adult to do this for you. And tie off the end there and pull it shut, and there you go. There is your first stress ball. And this one's going to be a little harder. I think maybe there's still a little bit of water in here. You can add a little bit more water. Maybe that might be a good idea. But yeah, it feels kind of cool. There you go. That's one stress ball. This one's a little harder, but it's pretty cool. I like it. Okay, for this second stress ball, you're going to need your second bag. This one doesn't have a label on it. This is the one using sodium polyacrylate, which is the same powder we used during our Make It Snow experiment. Now, I'm doing this with one person, so this will definitely be easier with two. But I'm going to empty this out into my measuring cup to make it easier on myself. And then attach the funnel to your balloon. I clean my funnel, makes it a lot easier. So a clean funnel, clean measuring cup, pour all of that powder into the balloon. Now try to get as much of it as possible in there. And once that's in there, you're going to use again 2 ounces of water. So we're using 2 ounces of water for each of these balloons. So 2 ounces of water. Now this one might expand quickly. So once we pour it in, we're going to pinch the top and tie it off as fast as we can. So pour it in. 2 ounces of water. Now I can already see it kind of building up. So we're going to remove that and tie it. And there we go. This is stress ball number 2. Now this one's a lot softer. So one is a little softer, one's a little harder. But they both work. They're both pretty cool, pretty fun to use. So this is the one we just made using sodium polyacrylate. And this is the one we made using the cornstarch. Now the one with cornstarch might start smelling after a few days. That's because cornstarch is a type of food. So that might mean it's time to throw that one away. This one might be fine for maybe a couple weeks. But yeah, once you make these, you can make them again. As long as you have balloons, a fairly easy experiment. So now let's go check on Dr. Tibia, see how he's doing. How's that feel, Dr. Tibia?
Yes, it feels fine. I can feel the stress melting away.
Yeah, it is pretty good, isn't it? All right, I'm glad you guys joined us, and hopefully you'll join us again on Fun Time Science Lab with Dr. Mr. Science Man.